what's up, YouTube? Um, it's at Don Keep It Going Charles. Really, Peanut? It's at Don Keep It Going Charles. Man, I had a long day, bro. I've been trying to get this shit together, the video and all this stuff, and make room storage. I gotta buy 2, 3 or more, 4 more phones, bro, so I could just do more videos. I gotta buy a laptop. I got a whole bunch of shit I gotta go through, bro. It's a lot, bro. So this video is kind of sloppy right now. I've been trying to get everything together, trying to get this stuff in and out, going to job interviews. But anyway, speaking of jobs, so good news is I got the job. The guy told me over and over he wanted to offer me the position, and then I went ahead and took advantage of it. Only thing that was stopping me was getting in my last video I did say I was supposed to get registered in the healthcare for the fingerprint. Come to find out, I was already in the healthcare system since 2019, 2020. I think they at first they put in the wrong number, they couldn't find me, but then they put in the right number, my social and all that stuff. I popped up on the screen as like a healthcare worker or whatever. But anyway, so when all said was done yesterday, I left out. They said, yeah, all you have to do is go through your background and drug screening and stuff like that, and da da da. I'm like, okay. I was like, oh shit. In my head, I didn't say it out loud. My girl was with me. I didn't say it out loud, but yeah, my girl was with me, and I was like, holy shit. I looked at her, and then when we finally walked out and got everything established, she said, you're gonna have to detox. I'm like, I know, bro. I was just smoking weed like a couple of days ago, the day before and shit like that. And the first thing that popped up in my head were one of these, especially at the smoke shop, the one I went to get my weed, real good weed there, but they also have these there too. So the story behind this is when, I would say back in like 2017, 2018, 2019, I think, when I worked at a different healthcare job, my sister hooked me up with, she put me on to these, bro. And this is how I passed my first one way back in the day. This is a high voltage detox. These do work, but you have to consume a lot of fucking water, bro. You don't want this shit to fucking dehydrate you. You don't want this to dehydrate you, period. Since I'm like 200 and, since I'm like 241 pounds, 242 pounds, 5'6", 5'5". The girl said like 5'7" at the thing today, get my physical. So about 5'7". Of course, it's because of my hair. So about 5'7" with shoes off, I guess. I don't know, not that tall, but anyway. So yesterday I drank one of these last minute shit. Actually, I drank this one first, and I drank this one this morning. But with this one, I probably had like 4 or 5 bottles of water after I drank this. But before I drank these, I had a whole bottle of, I drank half a thing of cranberry juice and water, because I thought I only needed one. Come to find out, when I called my sister, she said, well, did you check how much you're supposed to weigh? I was like, oh shit. I looked at it. I was like, well, I need 2 now. I didn't have a double flush. But these right here, though, these really work, bro. These do work. And I think depending on who's going to do your testing too, it depends on that, on the situation. But these here do work right here, bro. I got this one. Tropical Orange, High Voltage Detox. And I got this one. So, because I had just started recently picking up drinking and stuff like that. I said drinking. I had recently started, I quit drinking, by the way, last couple days before New Year's Eve. But I picked up smoking and shit, and they told me I need to take a drug test. I was like, oh shit, I gotta find a way to detox. So, unfortunately, I had to go some drastic measures and shit. I had to go to a pawn shop, sell a couple of things, get a couple of bucks, get these. These aren't that expensive. They're like $14, $15, bro. These right here. So what you want to do is just drink the whole entire bottle. Then you want to refill the bottle with water and then wait 15 minutes, then drink again. Now, if you're a plus size person, I would say get the double flush or get 2 of these, bro. These will come in handy. These work, bro. So I went in there, took my drug test. I passed it. It's the only thing that I was worried about today that the doctor told me was my gallbladder. Because mind you, I may have cut out drinking, but it still doesn't help that I was drinking for a long time. I just finally stopped drinking. Like I said, a couple days before New Year's Eve. And it doesn't help that I have a shitty diet right now. But I do try to eat tons of salad and stuff like that. And I do have to lose some weight too. So that's the only downside about this health shit, bro. And I preach it all the time. But like I said, my fingerprints is already in the registered in the healthcare system. Only thing I had to do was take a physical and a screening. Physically, They said I was perfect. I'm all right, but there's some. He did tell me there's some things and changes I need to work on and fix for my health and stuff like that. And he said I'm the most. I think he was like I was the funniest guy he's ever been with. When my doctor and all that, I was back there with the female and stuff like that. Um, just all types of stuff, bro. You know, I was making them laugh. Just making them laugh and stuff. Have a sense of humor. And that's what I try to do, bro. Everywhere I go. He said this is the funniest kid. You know, and I love that about him because he had a sense of humor. I had a sense of humor. I wasn't perfect because otherwise I wouldn't be here for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for a reason to get checked up on, especially for the job. They want to make sure if you're good and all right and all that stuff. Especially to do that at work. The work on my drug test. He said, I trust you, bro. I can spot a fake from a mile away. But I think yesterday and today was the most I ever drink water in my entire life like that. Bro, like when I said I was just down in water after water. Mind you, I was drinking cranberry juice too. So, but I would say, my thing is, I would say try to cut out smoking for like 2-3 days. If you're really trying to get ahead of the game, cut out smoking for like a month at least. Hit the sauna. Try and fast. Drink these. Drink a lot of water. There's so many ways you can do this. Just don't kill yourself, bro. Like I said, this stuff really will dehydrate you because you're pissing out all the stuff and everything. But like I said, this here helped me, bro. And yes, you already know. I gotta do a smoke sesh. I'm gonna do a smoke sesh with you guys. So I'm gonna get blazed here in a minute. I got my coffee. I got my sponsors. I'm just joking. But this does help, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, as far as like the dabs and stuff go, bro, you're done, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because dabs are straight oils and you know how when parents say, oh, eat this and eat that, you need something to stick to your bones, stick to your ribs. That's exactly what dab does. So if you're dabbing, bro, I would cut back on that shit at least for like a couple of weeks. And I would at least cut out dabbing for at least a month, bro. If I were anybody out there. Now, I did watch one girl, this one chick, she did a YouTube review on one of these, the high voltage, but she had the shampoo and she passed it. Like I said, you're gonna take these, cut out smoking early, bro, before you take the test. If you got job interview coming up, cut it out immediately. Because the next step is, you already know, we all live in America, we all been through this. The next step is the physical and drug screening test. And yeah. I would recommend it for anybody. If you're like 200 something plus, bro, pounds, I would say get about 2 or 3 of them. Just make sure you drink them in moderation. I drunk them slow. Like I said, I drank one at night. Then I drank one like an hour before my test, and I was just pissing like a horse, bro. I had to go bad, bro, like nonstop. That's one thing about it. It lasts up to 7 hours too, so it's worth it. It worked for me. Like I said, this is the high voltage detox blueberry. It lasts up to 7 hours, and I passed my test. So, but like I said, I was already like drinking shit ton of fluids before I drank these. I was drinking cranberry juice first, then I started drinking one of these. Actually, only because I want to call my sister. I had to ask her, like, does such and such, did I drink this before? She said, well, how much is it you have to weigh? I'm like, oh, you have to be under 200 pounds. I was like, fuck. She's like, damn. So if it doesn't work, da 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 da. I told her, like, it worked last time because you put me onto it. It worked last time. And it worked again. Only difference is I got 2 of these, but I had already started flushing my system with cranberry before I drank both of these. And when I did drink these, I drank water in between like it told me to. So I will try not to consume as much food either because, just like food, it sticks to your bones. The cannabinoids can stick to the food that you eat, and it sticks to your body, and it sticks to your bones, and then the blood cells. The whole science, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my take on it. This stuff really does work, bro, so. But like I said, I got the job, I'm happy. I'm just going to work my ass off, bust my ass. 2026 is the year to start putting work in, start taking responsibilities. It's a whole different level. And like I said, I already know I got flaws, bro. When the doctor told me my gallbladder was inflamed, I was like, oh, God, no. I'm doing everything I can to do everything right with my body, bro. I'm doing everything I can to take care of my body. So, but it gave me some relief because I passed the test and the health test, the physical test. So that's basically it right there. But I will, like I said, if you want to get these, they're only a couple of bucks. If you really want these to be effective, make sure you read the directions. Like I said, last night, I knew I was going to have to double flush, so I drank one around 7, 8 o'clock. Drinking water all night, bro. About 6, 7, 8 o'clock. I took this, drinking water all night. Woke up at like 9 something. My girl woke me up at like 9:02. And at 9:02 or something. And I started drinking the other one, at like 9 in the morning. So way an hour ahead. You want to drink this an hour ahead at least. And try to piss as much as you can out at the house while you can. So it does work. Just make sure you follow instructions and drink a lot of water. That's the important part. Drink a lot of water. So right now my biggest goal is getting my gallbladder back healthy again. So I gotta cut out fried foods here and there every now and then. Sucks because I love eating fried chicken, fried pork chops, fried bacon, fried steak. Oh my God, bro. But I'm just gonna try to make sure that it's not gonna play a big factor in the near future. Because like I said, I'm almost 30, bro. I'm almost 30 years old, and I have to start taking care of myself. And this is the stuff my mom's been telling me because she's worked in this shit for so long. But that's just me right now. So like I said, I got hired and got my finger stuff done, and Ben had it done. So yeah, yeah, high voltage detox. This stuff actually does work. Just make sure you follow instructions and drink a lot of water, and make sure you cut out smoking weeks or months ahead, bro. If you plan on getting a job or doing something serious in the time being. If you can't afford it now, just drink on some water and cranberry juice. Water and cranberry juice. Until you get a little bit of money via DoorDashing or pawn shopping. Prior to that, drink a lot of water and cranberry, or just a lot of water in general. And then go out and buy these. Yeah. This is blueberry and that's tropical orange. But yeah, these actually work, so these actually do work. These are actually working. These actually do work, so yeah. We're all my grown men out there trying to take this shit serious, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately it was last minute, so but fortunately, God bless me, wake up and pass this test, so take care of business still. So That's it, you guys. This is just my review. To me, it works. Drink a lot of water. Just cut out smoking. It's just like the same thing I talk about in my videos when it comes to fighting. Fight week, fighters just take a month out, take a couple weeks out, but or whatever the case may be, 10 weeks out, start getting ready, start all that stuff. So when it comes to drinking, this stuff, drink a lot of water, whether with the yeah, all that. Drink a lot of water, cut out smoking. For detox. So it worked for me in like I said, 2016, 2017. I think 2018. I might be wrong. I don't know. 2018 for sure. Might definitely for sure 2018, 2019 possibly, but it worked for me, bro. So I don't know, but it could have been 2020. But yeah, follow me at Don Keep It Going Charles, YouTube, and Streamer King 97 on IG. Charlie 3 GT 3R on TikTok. See you guys.